Alright guys, today what we're going to be looking at is solving simultaneous linear equations by graphing. So what we're going to do is, the whole point of this lesson is we are going to graph two linear equations. So you're going to have one line going like this, one line going like this, and the whole point is we are trying to figure out that point of intersection. So the point where they cross. So to do that, let's go ahead and look at our first one. We have two equations, 2y minus x is equal to -4, and 1/4 y minus 1 is equal to 1 over 8x. Now, there are two ways to start this one off. When we look at 2y minus x, some of us might want to turn this into y equals mx plus b. Others might notice that it's written in standard form, and I can begin to solve it. Since standard form is the more efficient way to solve it, I'm going to go ahead and leave it in standard form. Remember, the standard form is just trying to find the x and the y-intercepts. So looking at this, I would have 2y minus 0 is equal to -4. This would give me 2y is equal to -4. And when I divide both sides by 2, I'm going to get y is equal to -2. That means when I plugged in 0 for x, I have a y-intercept of -2. So that's my first point right here. Second thing, I'll have 2 times 0 minus x is equal to -4, which will give me -4 is equal to -x, which means 4 will equal x. So that means when I have 0 in for my y value, my x value is 4. So that would be right here. Now that I have the two values, I can just go ahead and connect the dots. And this is my equation of my first line. Now the second one, it's not written in any of the two forms, so what we need to do is convert it into slope-intercept form. So I'm about to erase all the blue, so go ahead and write it down if you need it. Alright, so let's go ahead now. I'm going to look at 1/4 y minus 1 is equal to 1/8 x. First thing I would personally want to do is multiply everything by 8. If I multiply everything by 8, this will get rid of all my fractions to give me 2y minus 8 is equal to x. I'm going to add 8 on both sides. This would give me 2y is equal to x plus 8. And I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And this will give me y equals 1/2 x plus 4. So I'm going to go ahead now and graph these. I'm going to start at +4. And my slope is to go up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. I can also go down 1 over 2. And when I connect these lines, we can easily see where they intersect at. They intersect right there on that dot. So the solution to this system is where these 2 points intersect, which is -2, +3. So the point is -2, +3. And that's the answer to this system. So let's go ahead and look at the next one. I have 6x minus y equals 6, and y equals 3x minus 6. With this one now, what we can do is, the first one's in standard form, so it would be 6x minus 0 is equal to 6, which would just be 6x equals 6. And when I divide both sides by 6, I'm going to get x is equal to 1. So that means my my x-intercept is 1, 0. Now in blue, I'm going to solve it again. I'm going to have 6 times 0 minus y is equal to 6. So give me 0 minus y is equal to 6. And -y is equal to 6, which means if I divide both sides by -1, that will give me y is equal to -6. So then that would be my y-intercept. When I plugged in 0, my y-intercept was -6. So I'm just going to plug in these 2 points. And I'm also going to go ahead and graph it as well. Alright, so now I need to see my next one. Good news on the next one, it's already in slope-intercept form. So all I'm going to do is now go down to -6. Which is my y-intercept, and then I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1, up 1, 2, 3 over 1, up 1, 2, 3 over 1. And it's kind of nice because the y-intercept is the answer to this system because that's where my purple and green line cross. So I don't need to do anything more there. That's where the points intersect at this, which is 0, 6, negative 6, excuse me. So this right here, since this is where the purple and the green line intersect, this is the answer to my system. All right, let's go ahead and look at one more. Same idea. I have one in slope-intercept form and one in standard form. So for standard form, if I just plug in 0 for y, I would be left with x minus 0 equals 4, which would be x equals 4. So that means my x-intercept would be 4, 0. So I can plug in that point. The next one would be 0 minus 2y is equal to 4. This would give me negative 2y equals 4. And when I divide both sides by negative 2, I will get y equals negative 2. So my y-intercept right here, negative 2. And then when I connect the dots, here it is right there. All right, so now the next one is I want to look for my y-intercept. And it's already in slope-intercept form, so it's up positive 4. And then I just do my slope, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, so on and so forth. And I can draw these lines and see where they intersect. All right, so then when we notice that when we connect this line, that it looks like they don't intersect. Now let's look at why. If I looked at my green line, if I go from point to point, I would go up 2 over 4, which means the slope of 2 over 4 is equivalent to 1/2. My slope here was up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. So that means the red and the green line have the same exact slope. Therefore, the two lines, the green and the red line, would not intersect. So since the lines are parallel, this one would be no solution. It's no solution because the two lines don't intersect, and that's what an answer to a system is. Alright guys, I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or your teacher.